Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. Happy 6 o'clock. Hope you had a nice start to your week this week. Hope you had a good weekend. I had a pretty uneventful weekend myself. Well, except for the stream that I did on Saturday, of course. Today there was a very annoying moment at work, but I choose not to dwell on that kind of thing. Just somebody being rude, you know. I feel like anybody in a service position kind of has to come to expect that at some point, which is kind of sad, but you know how it is. I myself am a janitor, so, you know, most of the people at my workplace are pretty nice, but there's one person in particular that's just very confrontational. Kind of rubs me the wrong way. But, you know, I'm trying to dwell on that too long. Today, we are going to be starting another week of documenting the development of Ego and Opus. Except, I don't know if development is quite the right word to use, because we've written out all of the mechanics. Like, all of the cards are mechanically finished. Right now it's kind of like, actually, what? Hold on. Let me get my notes. Yeah, right now it's all art and, you know, extra stuff like lore. So, is development a misnomer in this case? Maybe. But anyway, today what I plan on doing is putting together the art for all the egos in the game, of which there are 36. Or, well, one of them's already done, so 35. But I mentioned this before, but I don't plan on just redrawing all of them like completely. But what I want to do is switch out the eyes for all of them, or the eyes and the eyebrows, to give them a little bit more personality, you know. But to keep the workload a little bit lower for myself, because I'm currently the only one working on this game. I don't know if that was obvious, but all the egos will have their own art. They'll each have a different set of eyes. Basically, I'll show you what I mean. So let me open this up. You can see that, can't you? Okay, and I also wanted to try something new with the music, like the background music, because the last times I've gotten like copyright claims, and it's been very annoying. And you know, the radio website that I go to has ads. So what I want to do is I have this program that I downloaded a long time ago called Dunk's Algo Music, which allows you to type in a word or phrase, and then based on some sort of algorithm that I don't understand, it generates music forever. Like it takes all of the characters, like all the letters and spaces and all that, and makes it into a procedurally generating song. The results vary, but you can really input anything you want. So, we'll just type in stuff until we get something that sounds okay. It should be quiet enough that it won't be too distracting. But I suppose my question to you, chat, is what should we put into the algorithm? It can be anything. It can be any word or phrase, and capitalization matters too. So maybe something thematic. You can't see it right now. It's not very much to look at. It's really just like black and white lines of code. For example, if I put in the word ego, all lowercase, this is what we get. Oh. Can you hear that? Jungle poodle. All caps or capitalized just like that. Okay. And if this needs to be louder, let me know. Cuz it was very loud natively. So this is the sound of a jungle poodle cap. Coconut doggy? That's a good one. Coconut doggy. Okay. That's the sound of coconut doggy for us. So we'll just let that germinate a little. That'll just keep going on forever. So if you feel like we need a change of pace, just go ahead and type something else in the chat, I guess. I don't know how you could I don't actually have like any chat commands or anything like that. But you can pretend I do. You can do it like that. Exclamation mark song name. If you feel like you want to change the music. It's like our own personal jukebox with infinite songs. Isn't that cool? Okay, so what I want to do is open up the... Where is it? It's so cool. It's the coolest thing. And it's all royalty free, baby. If I get copyright claimed for any of this music, somehow, I'd be a little bit scared. Where am I going right now? Cards. Ego Opus. Games. Ego Opus. Images. Templates. That's not it. Card art. Egos. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. So this is the new ego image that I'm using. And I think this one is for elitist. Because elitist was the first ego I made. So I decided to use, this is like kind of the default, I guess. Let me open it up. I'm pretty sure I have a list of all the egos here. Actually, well, that's not a list of all of them. Let me open up a list on a second screen. You won't be able to see it, but I'll be able to switch to and from. all of the egos should be listed in the update document. Okay, so what I want to do is this PDN? No, it's PNG. What? Hold on. I need the... Oh. Okay. Actually, yeah. So we'll use this as a base. And we'll go ahead and draw a different set of eyes for all of them. I don't know what... Is it... I don't know if it was 8-point or what. That looks a little too thick, doesn't it? 8. Was it 6? Yeah, it's 6-point for sure. But it could be 7-point. No, it's 6-point. Okay, so 6-point brush width. I was debating whether or not to have the same eyebrows for all of them as well. But I think that would look kind of strange. So, what's our first? Let me write down like a number of them at a time. So our first set's gonna be arrogant, bombastic, crass, defensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Arrogant, bombastic, crass, defensive, dismissive. Yeah, we'll do those 6 first. So let me open up a few more of these. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6. I kind of like this one without the eyes as well. I don't know if that would match for any of the current egos we have. I kind of like the no eyes though. It's kind of spooky looking. But that's for later, I suppose. So all of them are just going to be simple shapes. Hollow, you know. Let me plug in my fan. For some reason, I think the algo music is a little unoptimized. I'm gonna turn my fan on. Okay, so arrogant. What does arrogant look like? Arrogant would have like the well, it's sort of similar to smugness, right? Arrogant. Maybe like oh, what is that? Well, I've turned a blank on the first one. Arrogant. Arrogant. What does an arrogant person look like? Hold on. Arrogant. What if we did a sort of like Now, I don't know if all of them have to be, like, matching, you know? We could just do cool eyes for all of them. They don't actually have to fit the theme. But oh, are we still here? Uh-oh. I think I accidentally made I was gonna say I think I accidentally made Sans there for a sec. But not everybody with bags in their eyes is Sans. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Are we still here, chat? I think we're still live. Still here. Thank you. I don't know if I like the impression that it has, like, pupils. I mean, it only has sort of like an impression of that, right? You get different vibes from these fellas, right? I like that. I think oh dang, hold on. I wanted these to be different layers. Or it doesn't matter. They're all solid colors anyway. If I need to separate them into different ones, then I can do that later. Save as. Arrogant. I like him. Okay, next up. Bombastic. So, high energy, very expressive. Maybe maybe sort of do like a star, like sort of an explosion-shaped eyes, explosion eye shape, like a. That's more of a lightning bolt, isn't it? Yeah, that's more lightning bolt. It looks more like he's like starstruck, you know? Like he just saw his favorite celebrity from the Disney Channel. He's like, oh, that's Zac Efron over there. I think the longest spike should be like way sharper than the other ones. It's like boom and then oh no. Oh no. Oh no, he's got the magic wand coming out of his nose. That's not what I had in my head at all. I don't know why I'm like turning my head. I can just zoom in. That's kind of what I had more in mind. If I can just do that again. Drawing the second eye is always the hardest. That's always the hardest thing. Oh, but I didn't leave room for the eyebrows. I think I can move this down though. Make sure I have them all selected. Move. Okay. And then I need to fill that stuff in. This would be a good reason, actually, to use layers for this, but I won't. I'm just a little too stubborn for that. Boom, boom. Fill all of these in. That's annoying. So with this lower on the face, we should have more room for eyebrows. There we go. And then we should have something like equally as jagged, you know, like boom, 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 kapow. It's not as high energy as I thought it'd be. Oop. There we go. And I wonder if all of these should have like a unibrow. We could do... I do like the unibrow look, though. I like the eyes. I like the eyes. I'm solid on the eyes. But the eyebrows are giving me a little bit of a... Like, should we do, like, one of these? Or... Hold on. Should we do, like, one of these? Ooh, boop. Or maybe they should be symmetrical? Like, follow the... Oh, no. Follow the contour. Straight eyebrows? Just like one of those? Just a simple, rustic. I think that's a good meet in the middle there. Oh, you mean a straight, like, unibrow. Just a straight up, like a... Just straight across. Boom. That's almost a perfect straight unibrow. It doesn't really sell bombastic to me, though. You know what I mean? I think there are ones later that would fit a sort of more straight unibrow look. But I think this one, the winner for me was the sort of lightning bolt V shape here. So who is this one? Bombastic. Next up on the chopping block, we have crass. Sort of like a different breed of rude. Crass is sort of more like their... Well, I was gonna describe crass as crass. Let's see. The American Heritage Dictionary says, so crude and unrefined as to be lacking in discrimination and sensibility. gross. Not elaborated or refined. It's like just a complete, like, when you hear the phrase rough around the edges, this is what they mean. Except, like, instead of just a little rough, like sandpaper, it's more like your driveway. Like the rocks in your driveway rough. You know what I mean? So I feel like we should have less, like, not angry eyes, but maybe like a no, maybe like maybe sort of like that shape. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Like sort of like he just said something really insensitive and rude and bad, and he's like just proud of watching all of the discourse go down around him. It also kind of gives the impression of like, you know those Neanderthal, like, raised brows? It kind of looks a little like they've got that going on. Which I didn't intend, necessarily, but, I think that works. I'm wondering if I made this top line thicker, would it sort of sell that more? No, now it just looks like he's got eyes. Well, I mean, he does have eyes, but it looks like those are like pupils now. I don't know if I like that. Well, what do we think? What do we think? I kind of like that a little bit. And then, you know, we give him one of those. I think that works. I think that works for Crass. Maybe even it out just a little bit on this end. Give it some symmetry. Yeah, look, kind of has that Neanderthal look going on. I think I want to experiment with this sort of thickness idea. Maybe for this one instead we do the top part more thick. Maybe? I mean, it might just be good how it is, honestly. Make that look a little sharper. Now he kind of looks like a rock star. Like, well, who's the rock star with the stars around his eyes? Is that not Kiss? I'm very, very certain that that's Kiss. What do you think? I'm not sure if that... I don't know if I like this look over what it was before. I don't want to, like, over-design anything, you know? Like, overthink it. It looks a little bit more like... It looks more conniving than bombastic at this point. You know, like it's got like the... It kind of looks like it's squinting. Oh, this looks a bit more energetic to me. We might reuse that sort of squinting idea later, though. Save that. Save it, even though we didn't really change anything. We're going to save this as... Crass. Boosh. Flatten. Okay. All right, we're just cruising along, aren't we? I think I did the calculations, and if we wanted to finish all of these today, I'd have to do each of them in about 3.5 minutes. I don't know if we're on pace for that, but we'll see. This is defensive. Defensive. So... maybe this one can be sort of like a slimmer, or like a smaller eyes than the others. Maybe like a trapezoid. He's got like the right eye has this sort of like, he looks like he's like, what? Are you talking to me? What are you talking about? I don't think that's defensive, but I do like that look. I'll save that for something else. That might be good for I don't know. Might be good for something. But let's get back to defensive here. Now, if you were defensive, what kind of face would you make? Well, I mean, most of these are gonna like be some variation of angry, right? Or threatening. Maybe, okay, so this is a little high concept, right? But what if to sort of represent defensiveness, we give them like really big circle eyes and then like a what would it be? Like a waxing crescent. So maybe something like, oh boy. Drawing circles with a mouse. Something like this. Like really really big eyes. So it sort of has the you know, big circles to me kind of have an aspect of defensive or like a shield. It kind of reads as a shield a little bit to me. I don't know if that's just me though. Maybe we can even put a little bit of this on there. Okay, that's a little confused. I'm not sure what expression that's supposed to be. He looks a little sad, doesn't he? Let's not do that. Maybe fill in the sides here of the teardrops. The great thing about this music is that I don't have to constantly talk over it for fear of copyright. I could just think a little bit. I like that. I like that detail. Oh. It sort of has like a little it sort of looks like bags around the eyes a little bit. You know, gives an impression of sort of maybe a little nervous, right? Because like they're angry, they're lashing out because they're defensive, but also, you know, because they're so defensive, you know, or they're so defensive because they know that they're like wrong, you know. That's the nuance that I get from the word defensive, right? You're mad, you're putting up some sort of shield because you know that really you're wrong. You don't want to be found out. I will make his eyebrow a circle as well. Does that just look like a third eye? Okay, maybe not a total semicircle, but like one of those. That'll do, I think. We're still here, right, chat? I keep getting the server connection timeout thingy. It's making me a little nervous. Defensive. Flatten. Let me check. I am still live. As far as I can tell. Still here. Okay. I think what's happening right now is that... Hold on, let me check. Yeah. I think where I'm at right now, there's a storm moving in. I'm not sure if it's passed already or not. I think it's starting to rain. So, if that picks up, the stream might turn off if we're getting these timeouts. Hopefully not. But if it does, you'll know that's why. Because of the weather. Why did I put... I thought I counted 6. I thought I needed 6. Okay, so... Dismissive. So I'm thinking for dismissive, we have them sort of, instead of more looking dead on, we have them looking more off to the side. Because, like, they're like, whatever, don't care. So what if we did, like you did one of these. Like they're looking off somewhere else? Or would it make sense perspective-wise if it was like this? That just looks goofy. that looks a little silly in it. It's a little silly in it. I'm hearing thunder. Yeah, okay. Well, it shouldn't get too bad. I haven't actually checked the weather, but hold on. Let me check the weather right quick. Sorry, chat. Oh, okay. So oh wow. Okay. I'm actually getting a severe thunderstorm watch right now. It looks like it'll be going from... It's starting at around 7 p.m. So... Yikes. It may get a little dicey. Just a little bit. I got my surge protectors, though. So... I feel like I should be okay. I should be okay. Ego looking submissive? No, 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 no. What if the eyes were both the same shape? What if we... Okay, here's my idea. What if we did like a sort of upside down question mark? Like a sickle almost. Okay, so I've just made the Fire Nation. I made the I've accidentally made the Firebender. The Firebender's logo. Oh, I'm not sure how to execute on this one in particular. Maybe just a simple crescent shape. Or instead of going that route, we do sort of like a board expression. Fire Lord Oza. It's a spitting image, really. This was the Fire Lord Ozai in the canceled 4th season. After spending a bit of time in jail, he kind of let himself go. So how about we do like a... Ooh, that's a big one. So like maybe we do like a... Oh, look, he's sleepy. He's sleepy. He almost looks like he's laughing at you. A little bit. He's like, amateur. It's like, really? Oh, I want to punch this guy in the face. I hate this guy. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's so arrogant. Of course, we already have arrogant. Maybe we should switch them out, actually. Should this be someone else? Cause that's just plain like disrespect. Oh my gosh, dude. I really like this one a lot. Well, if the other one wasn't arrogant, then would it work as dismissive? Switch them around? Like, do you think this could work as dismissive? Maybe if we change the eyes? Like he's sort of looking up, like he's rolling his eyes. Nah. Oops. Close that. Don't save. Okay, good. He's still there. Dang, I want to use him for something. This, okay, I'm thinking that this should be arrogant and not him. I'm gonna put our wild cards over here. Save as arrogant. Yes, I want to replace it. Flatten. Okay. Dismissive. Okay, so we got our first few down. Well, actually, we still don't have dismissive, so keep that on the list. And how about I think this song isn't looping anything new anymore. So any suggestions for a new song? That boy looking suave. Yeah, he's looking a bit dapper. Put like a little bowler hat on him. A little swanky. Okay, chat. I think it's time for a new song. What should we slap in there? We could do Coconut Doggy, but spelt correctly this time. Stinky Winky. Okay. Stinky Winky. Alright, did I put that in as you typed it? Okay, here we go. Ooh, we've got a church organ in this one? It's a little stanky. It's a little stanky. Okay, so For our next trick, dismissive, we need to keep on the list. I think. Did arrogant, bombastic, crass, defensive. Wait. Oh no, I've forgotten what I've done. Data. Stinky Winky kind of goes hard a little bit. Not gonna mince words with you here. I kind of like this. Now, before the stream started, there are 3 versions of this music program that I have, and I think this one's the best one, but we can experiment with other ones in later streams, see how those go. And in all 3 versions, the same prompt will give you completely different things, which is quite interesting. You've got arrogant, bombastic, crass, defensive. Okay, so we only really did 4. So we need dismissive. We've got haughty. Elitist is already done. Overcritical. Pedantic. Pompous. And pretentious. So how many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more blank slates. 3, 4, 5, 6. So first of all, do we think any of these fit the ones I am looking for? So let's see, what do we got? Dismissive, haughty, overcritical, pedantic, pompous, and pretentious. I think these 2 could be pompous and pretentious. I think you could switch them out as well, interchangeably. Or wait, no. I meant overcritical. I think this one could be overcritical, cuz like the sort of the slit eyes kind of has that like he's looking you up and down, you know, like sizing you up. Like, really? This is what I'm dealing with here? Like he's being overcritical of you and everything that you do. I think that could work. I could also be... Actually, I don't think it works for any of these other ones. I'm gonna make this one overcritical. Save as. Overcritical. Wait, did I spell that right? Overcritical. Yeah, that looks right. Flatten. And this one, I think, could really be... I think this could either be pompous or pretentious. What is exactly the difference between those two? Pompous. Characterized by excessive self-esteem or exaggerated dignity. Full of high-sounding phrases. Characterized by pomp or stately display. And pretentious is claiming that or behaving as if one is important or deserving of merit, when such is not the case. Showing or betraying an attitude of superiority, marked by an extravagant or presumptuous outward show. So pompous is like that you're acting way more dignified than you are, and pretentious, like at least like I think pompous is like you do actually have some dignity, but you're over exaggerating it, and pretentious is you don't actually have any of that dignity or like, you know, refinement, and you're just pretending to. Looking breedable, respectfully, of course. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? If you weren't my only chat member, I'd ban you. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But seriously, why would you say that? I think this... Let's do pompous for this guy. Pompous. Okay, now we have 4 left. So let's actually do dismissive this time. Because we can't quite seem to figure that one out. Don't ban me, please. You know, we haven't done an ooh. Oh no. Ooh woo. He's zoinked. He's just a little bit zoinked right now. Why do we try to do that emoji of the where they're like looking up? Or like whatever. Big doinks in Amish country. Why did I read that with a British accent? That guy doesn't have a British accent. A British accent, does he? Okay, that looks a little bit too troll face. Big doinks in Amish country. Big doinks. Really big doinks. Why don't we just go for a wacky shape on this one? What kind of pre-made shapes are there? Just for some inspiration. X's, triangles. Yo. Globe eye. The globe clops. That's really dumb. Let's not do that. Dismissive. Dismissive. I really think it should be like... Like a sort of bored expression. He's pogging. What do we think of that? He looks more surprised than dismissive. Sort of like he actually looks interested in what's going on rather than not. He's like, what's that over there? What's that over there? I think I'll take a look at that. Is this song still throwing in new things? That's kind of crazy. Oh, you're approaching me? Deadass. Deadass. Ditto looking ass. Look at him. No, well, we should save the dot eyes for something else. Oh, he's so clueless. Oh no. Maybe we should try doing like he's sleeping. He's sleepy boy. This one's weird. Let's move on to something else. We'll think about that. Haughty. Haughty is kind of just another breed of arrogant. I shouldn't have said that. Oops. Oh, big mistake. Big mistake. Big mistakes in Amish country. We're just gonna try weird shapes. Oh, I kind of like that. Looks a little evil. Got that sort of mushroom look going on. I was going for a fleur-de-lis, but I forgot what a fleur-de-lis looks like. Or fleur-de-lis, rather. My apologies to all the French viewers out there. I think that works for pretentious. I don't know, something about it, you know? It kind of looks like a... What's the word? Like a jester, almost. This might be obscure, but, if you ever played, or heard of, what was it? Final Fantasy 9? No. Final Fantasy 8, I think? Is the one with Kefka in it? He's like this big old jester guy who's like, you know, he speaks in like big words and is very pretentious, you know, like any Final Fantasy villain, you know. And, you know, he has, like, those marks under his eyes, you know, because he's like a harlequin. Mushroom. Mushroom. This shall be our pretentious. We found him. Pretentious. Hope I spelled that right. We're really bad at dismissive, aren't we? I was trying to do haughty. Haughty. And that's H-A-U-G-T... Wait, that's H-A-U-G-H-T-Y. Not the other one. I have to stop doing that. I gotta stop. Mushroom. Ooh. I kinda like where that was going. Give him the anvil. Give him the anvil. Yeah, the anvil eyes. There, there's your straight unibrow. I think that works. I think that works for this expression. Is this haughty, though? Haven't even looked at pedantic. I think this could actually work for dismissive. He looks like kind of bored. Like his eyes are glazed over. Like he's looking at you, he's like, huh, yeah, okay. Next. I like that. I kind of stumbled into it by accident. But I think that'll do for dismissive. So we got haughty and pedantic. Let me look at the definition for haughty. Hot. That's so hot. Haughty, scornfully and condescendingly proud. Is another word for arrogant. Okay. High, lofty, bold. Disdainfully or contemptuously proud. Arrogant, overbearing. Need to hydrate. The alien eyes. Oh, nah, that looks too nervous. Looks too afraid. These things aren't afraid, really. He's got the raised eyebrow. It's like, oh ho ho. Yeah, but it doesn't look proud though. Keep you for later. Proud. Proud. What's a proud shape? The square? That's not a very proud shape at all. The triangle? He doesn't look proud. Maybe, well, that's a little devious. That's devious. But, not haughty. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. Wait, didn't I do this one already? This shape? Yeah, we kind of did this one with bombastic. A pill, right? It's got a little pit in the middle. Looks like he's got a flexing arm. For an eye. Oh, that's kind of a cool shape, actually. I like how that turned out. We'll use that. I don't think there's going to be a way to express these emotions or these personalities accurately with just these eyes. So maybe we shouldn't be trying to. I think maybe we should just be trying to find some cool looking eye shapes. You know what I mean? Haughty. Yes. Save. Save. Back in my day. Okay. Mushroom. Pedantic. So, the definition for pedantic, I don't remember being very helpful. Characterized by, oh. The one that I saw was like a pendant. It's like, okay. But here it says, narrow, often ostentatious concern for academic knowledge and formal rules. Only concerned with formal rules and trivial points of learning. So like a, you know, like a know-it-all, a Poindexter. Somebody who is pedantic is the guy to say, actually? It's that guy. That's pedantic. Well, technically, yeah. What if we made their eyes look like glasses? Sort of tap into that that stereotype, I suppose, for lack of a better word. Hold on. I think we're onto something. Delete that extra bit at the end, though, and... He's got glasses on. What a nerd. He's got round circular glasses. You can't trust anybody with round circular glasses. I think these guys need to look more angry on average. Well, this guy doesn't look very angry, but, you know. Hey, now. Circular glasses are in style. I mean, I suppose I am somewhat partial to them myself. But you know, it's what the know-it-all Poindexter's gonna be wearing. You know what I'm saying? Not that everybody that wears circular glasses are pedantic, but most people who are that pedantic wear circular glasses. Pedantic, okay. Okay. Those are done. Let's open up some more. So, what's next? We ended on pretentious. So we've got rude, self-loathing, self-righteous, snooty, stubborn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And unimpressed and witty. So this will be the last of the first 18. 1, 2. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3. Oh, and let's change up the music. I think we should change up the music for each batch here. So if you have a suggestion for the music generator, go ahead and slap that down in there. Give me a comment down there. Hit the like button. Oosh. Although I will say that Stinky Winky has been a sleeper hit, if I have to say. It's been kind of a banger for no reason. Let's see. How about we go with I'm inspired by Mushroom. Let's see what Mushroom sounds like. It's a little ugly. Mushroom eyes. Sleeping rail grind. Yeah, let's try this one. This one's not very good either. Sleeping rail grind. You just keep giving us banger after banger. This one's actually really good. It's really chill. Okay, rude. This one's definitely gonna have the angry eyes. Oops, wrong way. Oh, is this what the Star Trek logo looks like? I don't remember. I feel like it does. Like it has the basic shape, I think. But don't hold me to that, because I've not watched Star Trek. I don't think I've seen a single. Wait, have I? I think I may have seen one Star Trek movie at some point, but I've never watched an episode of the television series. I'm kind of impressed that I've been able to avoid watching it this long. You know, at least not like one episode. Boosh. Bam. There you go. Rude, simple, rustic. No, that makes it worse. It's kind of got like barbed eyes almost. Isn't that, wait, now I know what that's shaped. It's shaped like, that's like Venom, right? Like from Spider-Man. That's kind of what his eyes are shaped like. Am I off base here? Am I stupid? That's definitely some Spider-Man villain. Carnage, Venom, Acid, you know, Poison. I don't know. I don't read comic books. Self-loathing. I think the eyes here should be very low on the face. Not sold on the eyebrows, though. I don't want to make these things look too similar to each other. What if we did, see, we using the layers, we can just try something else. Get this. Arrow shaped. Was that a spanking sound effect in the music? What was that? No, that's like a clap. Okay, that just looks silly. Never mind, bring these back. Put sort of like pseudo bags under the eyes. Because self-loathing, right? He hates himself. Thinks about how much he hates himself all the time. I like that. Delete that. I'm all over the place with these layers. I'm not using them as intended. Self-loathing. Loathe entirely. Self-loathing. At some point I considered changing up the mouth as well, but I think it works better if there's one consistent like feature there. It's a stylistic choice as well. I want them all to have that scary looking mouth. Self-righteous. Okay, that's the laugh cry emoji. Self-righteous, right? Like you think that you're the only one that's just and good. You believe yourself to be on the high ground at all times, just by virtue of you being yourself. I feel like the eyes should be somewhere up high, right? Sort of like almost like they're looking down on you. You have to be very judicious with the thickenings. I just don't want all like so many crescent shapes. You know what I mean? What if we really exaggerated this shape? I think that's what we need to be thinking about, exaggeration. We're not here for realism. You know, oh, that looks very creepy. The storm should be raging about now. Doesn't look like we've had any connection issues, so we should be fine for the rest of the stream. I have about 30 minutes of stream left anyway. Self-righteous. I feel like we can do a really unique shape here, but I don't, it's not coming to me. That might not be it. Any suggestions? What to try? Some sort of shape. Self-righteous. Cause like Hold on, let me type that up. Self-righteous. Smugly or unduly sure of one's own righteousness. Exhibiting smug or unwarranted confidence in one's own righteousness. Righteousness in one's own esteem. Triangles? That might work, actually. That works less. Because, like, triangles, like, the triangle pointing up kind of, you know, kind of gives the impression of, like, the eyes going up a little bit. Kind of. That might be a little bit of a stretch. I do associate upwards movement with self-righteous. Those are spades. Those are spades now. Oh, that's a diamond. We're just gonna go through every suit now. What? How did I do that? A heart? Crazy. We could do 2 triangles facing opposite. Looks a little dopey though. Downwards triangle. I think upwards triangle was the best. Jack-o'-lantern moment. There we go. That's a nice shape. I like that. It's like, yo, he's got the Timbs. It's so strange because I keep waiting for this this song to end, and it never will. I'm gonna go with that. Self-righteous. What's next? Snooty. Sexy, truly. Look at this beast. Look at this. Delish. I think that flower pattern I was going with earlier might work for Snooty. Maybe? We haven't seen what it looks like with both of the eyes. Well, that just looks like... You look like popcorn. Now I'm pissed. Not sure what I'm going for here. Sort of like a cauliflower look. Those look like hearts, don't they? I think these round, sort of bubbly shapes don't really work in this context. What if we gave it a big line and then did it or like around it? Sort of got like angel wings. I don't think that has anything to do with Snooty, but most of these are adjectives. Most of these words are a synonym of either arrogant or mean. Truly. So again, we can't really represent them all accurately. So I'll be happy with this. I mean, especially since they don't have like noses or anything else. What if we gave them pupils? No, put it back. This shall be Snooty. Snooty. I don't think we're gonna finish all these today. Well, we're not gonna finish all of them. We might finish this set though. Ugh. Who's this? Self-righteous? Snooty. This one is going to be stubborn. Should have a solid shape. Like a column. Oh no, you know what that looks like? That looks like whenever a middle schooler discovers the anime art style for the first time, that's what their eyes look like. I mean, I say they, but like, you know, I did the same thing. I tried drawing anime eyes once, Never again. Like, not ironically, like I actually tried. They kind of look like that. You know, they kind of got the... They're like barrel shaped. And then you put the thingy, and then you put the thingy here, and then you put like way too many like droplets in there, you know? Like those weird eye circles. Boom. Anime eye. But that's... I digress. What was I doing? Who is this? Stubborn. Oh, right. I forgot. Let's do a straight line there. Yeah, see, that's anime eye right there. I'm not sure if I like that. I think if I took that bottom line off, I'd like it more. There. Stubborn. The rectangular eyes represent the strength of their conviction. There. We'll pretend like that was the eyebrow the whole time. Or... Oh no, I can't go back. Okay. The wider these are, the better. Square eye. Save as. I think this algorithmic music was a good idea. I'm really kind of liking it right now. I feel like the first one like just looped on itself over and over again, but I feel like this one keeps doing something new, at least a little bit. I don't know, is that just me? Maybe I haven't been paying attention. Anyway, Unimpressed is the next one, which is pretty similar to Dismissive, which is worrying because we spent a long time trying to figure that one out. Wait. We can just get this eye shape right. It's got like a slope going on down there. What happened? Oh, it crashed. The algo music crashed. Uh-oh. That's no good. That's good. I like those eyes. Okay, let me turn the music back on. Not sure what happened. It just decided to stop. It's a little quiet in here now, isn't it? Something just feels a little off. Okay. Let's put in something right quick. Maybe, let's name it after the one that we're doing right now. Unimpressed. That sucks. Maybe lowercase? Why can't I ever come up with good ones? I think maybe the ones I'm putting in are just too short. How about something just random? Relegated to fish markets. Okay, that'll do. Go off. That guy does not look impressed. That's unimpressed if I've ever seen it. Unimpressed. Unimpressed. Save. Yeah, the low eyes. The low eyes, I think, really do it. It's got that lackadaisical bored expression. But the eyes are just slightly tilted enough to look like they're judging you. And what's the last one? This will actually be the last of the original 18 that I made for the first sort of beta version of the game. Witty. This is actually one of the few positive attributes that I decided to make into an ego for some reason. Thinking about it now, it really doesn't fit with the others, but here we are. Witty. You know, it's a big brain. They're kind of quick-witted. They know the right thing to say. Alright, hear me out on this one. We've already done sort of a crescent moon. What if we did like an axe? It's not very distinct. Not very legally distinct. This is gonna be our last one for the day, by the way. Cause it's almost 8 o'clock. Witty. 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 I'm thinking that the eyes should be close together. Kind of like they're scrunching their face. They're trying to think. Man, I hope these don't look too much like bat wings. They look, it looks like a batarang. I just made a batarang. Dang it. Holy ego, Batman. We're just gonna start trying weird stuff. Bing, 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 bing. Now tell me, chat. Give it to me straight. Does this guy look like somebody that'd be witty? That have quick wit? That'd be ready with a clever joke and a punchline? Perhaps give you a cheeky little insult? He kind of looks like, I mean, it sort of gives me the vibe of like an overconfident anime villain. Like giving you his speech. Looks drunk. Is a little tipsy. Same thing though. He's got that liquid courage. You know, everybody's a little bit more witty when they got some alcohol in them, right? Well, oh wait, it's the opposite, isn't it? No, what he needs is the raised eyebrow. That's what he's missing. Oh, you know what? We never do the right eyebrow raise. Let's do the right eyebrow raise this time. There, now he looks a little bit more like he's saying something smart. Yeah, that'll work. I like that. Save us, mate. Witty. And there we go. That's the first 18 done. And that will be, well, now it's exactly 8 o'clock. Look at that. Great timing, I think. So let's go on over to face cam. I'm back. And I'll turn off Dunk's algo music now. Ooh, all right. That's a pretty quick paced stream today. I mean, maybe it was a little bit arrogant of me to think we could do all of them in one stream. I forgot how how I am, I guess. I'll put it that way. So we still have some more of this to do next stream. After the egos are finished, after the ego art is finished, rather, we can either move on to, well, actually, we can't do the box art yet until we know the exact specifications for how many cards are going to be in the box, because that'll determine the size of the box and, you know, the size of the box art. So we have to probably save that for last. We could do the little thank you card. We could do that. But it also, well, that also has the, that's also going to have the QR code for the lore document in the back. So we can't really do that yet. So I guess after the ego art is done, we'll move on to the lore. The lore. That'll be neat. If it was anything like today, then the next 18 egos will probably take up the next stream on Wednesday. By that time, we should have some more fresh ideas, hopefully. What do we think of the music this stream? Yay, nay? Should I try a different generator? I liked it. We found some surprisingly ambient music. And of course, I don't have to worry about copyright or anything. But, you know, if you guys don't like it, then I'll change it to something else. There's I'm sure there's plenty of free music playlists I can find somewhere. I just don't want the dead air, you know. Also, might be a fun thing to have as like a channel points thing. Like you spend your channel points and then you can choose the name for the music generator. I don't know, just an idea. But yeah, what do you guys think? Music good or music bad? Was it too quiet? Too not quiet? What? Well, music goat. Music goat. I'm going to assume that you meant music good. Or goat, which would both be good answers. So I'll keep it around for the next stream. I might try a different version of it. Cuz they have like different instruments and different algorithms and things. So we can experiment. But anyway, that's the stream. I hope you guys had a good time with this one. Something a little different. I don't think... Have I ever done art on the stream before? I'm using right to type. It's a bit finicky. Oh, I see. Wait, okay. So I've done music. I've done voice acting. I've done gaming. Some writing. Game design. I don't think I've ever done any art style streams before, so Hope you enjoyed that. I did. And we'll be doing some more on Wednesday, same time as today, 6 to 8. And well, I hope to see you all there. Thank you all for watching or listening or engaging with the stream and supporting the stream by being here. And hope to catch you next time. But until then, good night. Have a good day tomorrow. And goodbye.